Good morning, everybody. Let's start with our toe lifts. Right foot only, rocket toe and heel, toe and heel. Switching to the other foot, left foot lift and lift. 2, both heels up. We're going to open and close at the chest. So think about tucking the ribs. We're going to start to brace our core, work on a little bit of balance. 4, 3, 2. All right, no feet, just the arms. Big breath in, exhale out. So think palms facing forwards. I want you to imagine you're washing windows or you're making a really big snow angel. Good, just a few more. So inhale, exhale. In. Good, 2 more. 1 more. Let's take those feet about hip width apart, slow deadlift. So hinge it down, stand up nice and tall. So shoulders down and back, ribs are braced. Same thing, just push your hips back and then we're gonna reach down, pick up our groceries. Hinge and lift. Let's go a little faster. So hinge and lift. Doesn't have to be super deep. You don't have to touch the floor. I really want you to think we're not just bending over and picking up our stuff, right? Nice and tall. Slow squat right here. Down, 2, up. Now we're gonna do an arm circle all the way back. Bring it back around to the front. Slow squat. Down, lift, other arm, circle back, come back around. 2 more slow. Down, 2, up, 2, circle, come back around. Again, down, lift, circle back. Let's speed it up a little bit. So we're gonna go down, up, then just circle back. No coming back to the front. Down, lift, circle. Squat, stand. We've got 4 more just like this. So a little squat. Go at your own speed, and it's okay if your circle is out here. Find that pain-free range of motion. Good, we're gonna hinge it forwards. We're going to open and close our book. So it's just a good forward fold. Think about bracing the core, open, close. 2 more. In the center, both arms lift and lower. Lift and lower. So a little rear fly, waking up the back. 4, 3, 2. Let's take it all the way up, arms up, pull and reach. Pull and reach. It's okay if your arms are a little bit at an angle, but if you can, run the back of your hand down the wall. You're trying to pull, elbow down and in towards your spine. Down, lift, 7. Really think about engaging our back. Here's 4, 3, 2, forward step and reach with that pull, forward step, pull it back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Good, 4, 3, 2, forward step, cross body. We're going to reach corner to corner. Hips, knees, and toes are pointing forwards. Think about rotating from your upper back, upper spine. 2. All right, side lunge, step it out, hold it here. Little side to side reach. Remember, we're just warming up. You don't have to go super fast here, or super deep, I should say. 2. Hold it in the center, cat-cow, inhale, exhale, lift, exhale out. Think about your spine, think about your pelvis. In and out. Good, we've got 4 more. Open the chest, gentle arch, pull it all in. If you want to just belly breathe, that's okay too. In. Last one. Roll it all the way up. We're gonna side step, press it back. Little reach and pull. All of our exercises today are low impact. 4, 3. We're gonna march it right in the center, curl and curl. So try to get those thighs a little bit higher than parallel to the floor, or as close to parallel as you can get. 4, 3, hamstring curls, press it. Add a little tricep if you'd like. You're pushing something back away from you. 4, 3, 2, bring it in the center. This is our little jump. So this is our little heel lift. So you can do little heel bounces. Think about trying to kind of slam the heels to the floor. And I know that sounds very rough, but I just want a good little bit of pressure. All right, march or jog, march or jog. Give yourself a little bit of space. We're going to go out for our plank walkouts. 4, 3. All right, plank walkout. So take it out. We are going to do a plank. And remember, you have options if you don't want to do planks. But since we've got our chair or our step bench, it's going to make it a little easier for us. As always, it's whatever's going to feel good for you. So I encourage everybody to do at least this part of the workout today, where we do those walkouts, even if you're just using a chair. Good. One more time. Walk it out. We're going to walk it back. Bring it all the way up. Roll the shoulders. Grab a quick drink of water. I can tell it already got warm. I'm already sweating. Like, it's almost November. All right, today we've got 4 circuits, 3 exercises per circuit, lower body focused, cardio, and then upper body focused. 45 seconds work, 15 seconds rest, 2 rounds. So exercise 1, if you're using a bench, you're going to do right leg back, step onto the bench, full foot, knee lift, step it down, lunge, step, knee down. No bench, lunge, together, knee together. You just take out the bench. Second exercise, pulsing squat, reach. So it's adding in a side step. If you want to step over the bench, you can. Third exercise, rows here, or just a standing row. You can have your hand on the seat of a chair. I love doing that. It gets you that support without making you go to the floor. So, 1 dumbbell or 2, you choose. We're gonna do 45 seconds work. Round 1 right, round 2 left, if that helps. So round 1 right, lunge with a step up in 3, 2, and 1. So, just to keep it simple, right leg is gonna go back. We're gonna step it onto the bench, drive the knee, step it down. This is your strength. I want you to be slow and steady here. If you're not using the bench, you're just gonna lunge, right leg, step together, lift the leg of the left, lift the thigh of the left. So down, right leg up, knee lift. So lunge, step, drive, and down. Lunge, step, drive, down. Get that whole foot on your bench. We don't want to have our heel hanging off the end. 2 and 1. All right, side pulsing squats, going over the step. I do not have a lot of room. So I'm going to have a foot on the step, 2 and 1. So I'm going to do pulse, pulse, step, pulse, pulse, step together. Don't want to use the bench? You don't have to. Little pulse, reach. You are perfectly fine. Pulsing squat, step. Pulsing squat, step. The bench just adds a little extra. Gonna get a little bit more legs here on this one. And it doesn't have to be crazy deep pulses today. Reach the arms up. This is your low impact. This is cardio and a little bit of strength. Again, with that bench, whole foot gets on the bench. Good, 3, 2, and 1. Supported row. Supported row. Hands on the seat of a chair, hands on a counter. I like doing kind of a half kneeling. I take my foot back, pull and in. Normally this foot would be behind me, but I'm kind of short on space here. So a hands and knees row, a supported row, hands on the seat of a chair. Just a nice, good neutral spine position. Drive the elbow, lift and lower. I like doing this on a bench just because I get a little bit more range of motion, but I'm able to hold a nice, good core posture. We have 12 seconds. We're going to repeat all that again on the other side. Good, 3, 2, and 1. Getting ready. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. This time, left leg steps back and then steps onto the bench. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. So left leg, lunge it down, step onto the bench, push the bench away, drive the knee. Down, step, knee, and down. Drop, good step, drive it up, and lower. No bench option, step, drive the knee. You're still getting those lunges. You're still getting a little balance in core. You're just not adding in the extra little bit of stepping. Good, we've got 5 seconds. All right, shake it out. We're gonna go for our pulsing squats. And there's another option if you're really tight on space or you don't have a bigger bench like I do. I should have shown you this before. Pulse, pulse, leg lift, okay? Or just pulse, pulse, and lift. So this is an option right here. And I want you to try the pulse, step it up and over. Getting a little inner and outer thigh. I've got 2 risers under each. My legs are okay with that. You can do just the platform. You can do 1 set of risers. It's up to you. But especially on this one, no, I'm not pushing those knees forwards. I'm still sitting my hips back into my squat. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm gonna go back for those rows. So just nice, good row. It can be, again, hands and knees, standing, hands on a chair. Here we go. So row and in, row and in. It's the one tough thing about having a small workout space is I had to have enough room for my warm-up and room for my bench. So shoulders parallel to the floor, hips parallel to the floor. Nice, good lift. Good, 15 seconds. Good, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dumbbells down, shake it out. Give yourself a little bit of space, grab a quick drink of water. We're gonna move on, circuit number 2. So we're gonna go back to some squats, but this time I want it to be strength-based. So squat, squat, tap, squat, tap. No bench, squat, tap, squat, tap. Second exercise, tap, tap, nice and quick. If you don't have a bench, march, jog, tap your toes onto the dumbbell. Just be very careful. Last exercise, supported kickbacks. Yes, yes? So decide if you want to use a dumbbell or not. Nice, good squats with a tap in 3, 2, and 1. So dumbbell, squat, tap, squat, tap. This is a slow and steady. So you're straddling the bench, lifting up. If you are not using the bench, I still want you to take it to a wider squat. Does not have to be sumo, just a little bit wider. We're shifting our weight from one leg into the other. Little single leg work here. This, with the bench, you have to lift up that leg. That's what I want you to think about. Lift it up. Think about curbs, stairs, all that stuff. We got to lift those legs up. Here's 2 and 1. So if you've got a bench, tap the bench. If you just have a dumbbell, I know it's hard to see, tap the dumbbell. Tap the dumbbell. 2 and 1. Tap, tap right here. Adding in a little push. If you want to do push it up and overhead, you can do front reach. Remember, this is low impact. If you are feeling up to it, you can go faster. You can hop, add a little jog, or quick, quick. This is for my students that are a little bit more for the high intensity. Otherwise, we're right here. Tap the dumbbell, push, push. You've got to be steady. You can't just slam your foot down on the dumbbell, right? Reach, push, reach. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Supported tricep kickback. So you can do hands and knees, you can do standing, hands on the seat of a chair. Your choice. Good, time's on. So I'm just gonna do full kneeling here on my bench. If you wanna have one leg off to the side, you can. Kick it back, bring it in. You can do this on the floor if you wanna be on the floor and you don't have a bench. A little bit of core work here. Or again, if you're standing, have your hands on the seat of a chair. This forward fold is gonna help keep you in that little position, but we don't wanna be rounded, right? This is not a good spine position. Shoulders down and back, ribs tucked. So it's kind of weird. You open the chest and squeeze the upper back, but then you tuck the ribs just a little bit, squeeze your core. Here's 2 and 1. Getting ready, we're gonna repeat those. Round number 2, we're gonna do our squat with our tap. So remember, going for strength today. 3, 2, and 1. So, good squat, tap. Getting a little bit of single leg here. So the leg that's not tapping is one that's really gonna be kind of helping you to stand up tall. Squat, tap, right in the middle. Squat, tap. Same thing, no dumbbells or no step bench. Hopefully you have a dumbbell today, at least one. Squat and tap. Squat and tap. 15 seconds. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Carefully set those dumbbells down. We're just gonna do a nice good tap on the bench. So give yourself a little bit of space. Remember, we don't wanna push the bench away. We're trying to tap it on the top right here. So tap, tap. Adding the arms. You can even just do bicep curls today. If you're not feeling like you want your arms to go up overhead, you can do anything with your arms. I'm not picky. Tap, tap. Nice good reaches. Reach, reach, push, push. So adding in the arm movement, especially on low impact exercises, is gonna help you get that heart rate up. Good reach up, press it forward, reach, press. 2 and 1. Supported tricep kickback. Supported tricep kickback. So again, I'm just gonna go hands and knees. Shoulders down and back. Time is on. Bring it up, kick it back, and bring it in. So if you have a bench that's higher, this is a really good one. That's kind of why sometimes I wish I had just a couple more risers so I could make my bench taller. But you can also do this with a chair. Good, 20 seconds. So for me, it's just the bench is more convenient because my chair currently has my fan on it. But you don't have to buy extra stuff. Just use that chair. Good, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in, shake it out. Walk around, grab a drink. So I'm gonna turn my bench. This might make it a little easier for you to see and you won't be staring at my butt for an exercise. All right, deadlifts with a dumbbell pickup. If you've got the bench, I want you to pick up the dumbbell off of the bench, and then I want you to set it back down again, alternating. You can just do regular deadlifts. Bench step overs. I just want you to step up and over the bench, or a dumbbell, or whatever you have. And then we're gonna do a plank. I'm gonna be doing a plank on the bench. I'm gonna put my hands on the floor, then I'm gonna come back up onto the bench. You can just do regular planks, you can do planks with little arm taps, whatever feels good. Incline plank, farmer's carry if you don't want to do planks at all. It's perfectly all right. We're gonna do our deadlifts with our dumbbell pickup. So straddle the bench or straddle your step stool. 45 seconds in 3, 2, and 1. So I'm straddling my bench. I'm still thinking nice, good deadlift. And stand, hinge, set them down. Notice my body position doesn't change when I pick up and when I set it down. So I don't do a rounded spine here. We feel it in our back. Hinge, pick it up, hinge, set it down. The higher the bench, the higher the step, the easier this is. But we should still feel this in our hamstrings and glutes. Good, hinge, lift, hinge, and set it down. Good, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, bench step overs. Don't have a bench, you got a dumbbell, step up and over your dumbbell. Or just step up and over. Good, 3, 2, and 1. So big step, up and over. Give yourself plenty of clearance. We're getting a lot of hip flexors today. If you can't tell, I want you to just lift it up and over. Lift it up and over. So good hip flexor work, but we're getting glutes and hamstrings with our squats, our lunges, and our deadlifts. If you need to, right here, lift it up, over. I know it's hard to see my dumbbell, it blends in. High dumbbells, up and over. Less than 10 seconds. Good, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, plank. So I'm gonna be in a plank. You can be on your knees. I'm gonna be on my plank and then I'm gonna go to the floor. The higher the step, the more challenging this is gonna be. 2, and 1. So even if you're on your knees, I'm just gonna go down. It's kind of like a push-up. Up and up. Good position, slow and steady. This is core, but this is also upper body. Down, down, push and push. Shoulders away from the ears. We don't wanna be here, okay? I want you to think, good plank position. Shoulders are staying over your wrists, whether they're on the bench or they're down. I am doing all one side this circuit. I'll switch hands the next round. You can just do an incline plank and do like a little arm reach or a tap. You can do farmer's carries. 2 and 1. Good, bring it in. Come back up to a standing position. We're gonna go back for our dumbbell pickup. Here's 2 and 1. Shoulders down, pull the ribs in, hinge it back, pick it up, and then set it down. Shoulders are nice and tight against your body. Remember, when we lift heavy things, we want to keep it close to our body. This is just physics, right? It's easier to pick up something that's closer to you usually. This is where you really got to go back and look back at those physics textbooks, because I know you can do levers and whatnot, like seesaws. But the way our body is made, our levers like it a little bit better when we're lifting something heavy and it's close to the body. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, we've got our step overs today. Now, if you want to hop over, you can. 2 and 1. So for something high like this, don't know if I'm ready for hop overs today. But if you have a dumbbell and you feel comfortable, you can add just a little bit of a hop. It doesn't have to be full blown. Hop, hop, quick, quick. So 100% optional. Little dumbbells, so little hop. It's kind of a jog. It's kind of a jog, right? Now, if you want to hop, and I'm sure my husband is probably wondering what the heck I'm doing up here today, take it over, but keep it low if you need. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, planks, floor, bench, or any kind of plank that you feel up to doing today. Any kind of plank. You prefer doing farmer's carries today? That's okay too. Our time is on, so good plank. Take it down and bring it up. So it's a little tricky to see, but my chest is over the end of my bench. So I'm not letting my hips sink towards my heels. So a little tricep, little chest, but definitely core. Lower bench is going to be easier because your arms don't have to bend as much. We have 12 seconds. Last round is going to be on the floor. You can stay standing. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in, shake it out. Walk it around, grab a drink. We're going to be either on the floor or on the bench. It's personal preference. So we're going to do bridges. We're going to do a V-sit, and then we're going to do a pullover with a skull crusher. So you can be on the bench, you can be on the floor and have your heels on the bench or heels on a chair, or just be on the floor. If you're standing, I want you to just do really good glute squeeze leg lifts. You can see I'm not arching and rounding and I'm not perfectly upright, just a little hinge. Hold on to something if you need to. For the V-sit, you're gonna do either weighted marches, or you can do single side farmer carry, and then pullovers and skull crushers, straight arm press back with a kick back. Okay, those are your standing options. But for the rest of us, we're gonna be on the floor. I'm gonna be kind of at a goofy angle, just because that's what's gonna work better for me. But I'm gonna do my feet on the bench. You can have your whole body on the bench if it's big enough, whole body on the floor. Your call. 45 seconds in 3, 2, and 1. So just nice good bridges. So lift and lower. Now think about your body position. We don't want to lift and push the bench or the chair or the stool away from us. We want to dig our heels into the bench or into the ground. And think about lifting up, press the knees over towards your toes. So we're trying to push down versus away. And this is kind of a little bit to think about. But if you're standing, I want a nice good glute squeeze. Some of you may have ankle weights. You can add ankle weights whenever you do an exercise like that if you want. Good. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, I'm going to come in for a V-sit on my buns. Actually, I'm going to come up here so everyone can see what I'm doing. Hands by the hips. You can do one leg at a time. Lean back, lean forward, lift and lift. Your time is on. Now you can just hold it here and do the lift, or if you want to make it a little bit harder, you're going to do both legs at the same time. Lift and lift. And it's hard to see because my shirt's kind of floppy, but I am not arching and rounding my low back. So I'm not doing an open and a close. I'm holding just a little bit of a C curve here, in and out, in and out. Good, we have 10 seconds. Good, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, on our backs, we're gonna do pull over skull crusher. I'm gonna do single dumbbell, and I'm gonna stay on my bench. You are welcome to be on the floor. Make sure your head is supported, but you're kind of close to the end of the bench. We're gonna take it down, so pull over, bring it up, bend the elbows, and straighten. So lower to the floor from the shoulders, bring it up, bend, and straighten. I like doing this on the bench just because it gives me a little bit more range of motion. If you're standing, you're gonna do a press back with a kick back. So straight arm go back, bend the elbow, straighten the elbow, and then straight arm to come back forwards. Good, about 7 seconds. Remember, find that range of motion that feels good. Good, rest, bring it up. We're gonna go back for our bridges. I'm going to come back. Carefully get off of my bench. I'm gonna have my feet, my heels on the bench. Your time is on. So it's just a nice good lift and nice good lower. Lift and lower. So if you're staying standing, you've got that nice good glute squeeze. You lead from the glutes, the leg follows behind. So core is tight, whatever you pick, and just nice good glute squeeze. If you're on the floor with me, especially on the bench, you're gonna get a little bit more hamstrings here, but we're still getting our glutes. 15 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back up. Gonna come to a seated position. We're gonna do, I call them like lawn chairs or folding chairs because you kind of look like you're folding up the lawn chair after you're done using it. So shoulders down and back. Lean back a little bit, and your option 1 is right here. Now we don't want to have our shoulders up by our ears. Pull them down and back. Your hands can be by your hips, whatever is comfortable for you. So we lean back, pull it in, lean back. Pull it in, lean back. You want to keep it here, single leg, you're golden. Make it harder, don't touch the feet down, lift and extend. The farther out you extend, the harder this is. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Last exercise, pull over with a skull crusher or press back with a kick back. So personal preference, last exercise for today. Here's 3, 2, time is on. So good secure grip on the dumbbell, soft elbows, lower, lift, bend, and straighten. So we're working back of the arm, a little bit of lats. Good stretch and bring it up. Keep those ribs tucked. So this is our core work without having to do crunches. 12 seconds. Good, bring it in. We're gonna rest. You can carefully set that dumbbell off to the side. Give yourself a little bit of room. If you're on a bench, you can stay on the bench. If you're on the floor, stay on the floor. If you're standing, you can join us on the floor or you can find a chair. Personally up to you. I'm gonna turn just because we're gonna do some leg work, and I know me, I'd probably wind up kicking my dumbbell rack. So we're gonna take our left leg out straight and we're gonna pull our knee into our chest. If you're on the floor, we're really trying to keep that leg as close to the floor as possible. If you're on the bench, you might feel a deeper stretch in the front of your hip because you're able to open up that hip a little bit more. We're still keeping our tailbone pointing towards our heels, a little tucked under, and we're still keeping our ribs pulled in to try to keep our low back close to the floor. Good, let's switch sides. Now, if you're standing, we're trying to get a little bit of hip and a little bit of hamstring. You can stand and pull your knee into the chest. You can sit in a chair. Take one leg out straight, pull your knee into the chest. It's completely up to you how you make this work today. Good, let's go ahead and pull both knees into the chest. If you're sitting, you can do a little forward fold and hug your legs. Or if you're standing, you can have your hands on the seat of your chair and do a little rounding of your back like when you do cat-cow. All right, we're gonna go ahead and come up to a seated position. If you're on the bench, just be careful how you come up. Give yourself a minute. We're gonna take our right leg out. Left leg is going to stay bent and we're just gonna hinge it forwards. Same thing if you are sitting on the floor or sitting in a chair. On the floor, you can take your leg out if you want to, if it's more comfortable. Good, bring it in, switch it over to the other side. Take that leg out, nice good hinge forwards. Good, let's go ahead and bring it in. We're gonna flip it over onto hands and knees. And we're gonna take our right leg out. We're gonna have our toe pointing forwards and we're going to just do, a little sit back and then a little sit forwards. And you can do this on the floor, don't have to be on the bench. If you're on the bench with me, I like to have my ankle and my foot hanging off the end of the bench. It just feels a lot better. One more. Let's bring it up into the center. We're just gonna do cat-cow. So we're gonna inhale and we're gonna exhale. Keep doing your inhale, exhale. I just have to turn. Good, we're gonna do one more. In and out. Let's do the other side. So we're gonna take our leg off to the side, toe pointing forwards. We're going to sit our hips back to our heels and then forward. And do the same thing, legs on the floor. I like to have my toe tucked under, personal preference. Good, last one. Bring it in. If you're on the bench, I want you to take your legs off of the bench. If you're on the floor, stay on the floor. We're gonna sit back, child's pose, reach those arms out, drop your forehead between your elbows. Some of you may find being on the bench easier. If you wanna make it a little more challenging, if you're a little more flexible, you're gonna just have your hands on the bench and you're still gonna be able to drop your ears between your elbows, a little bit more of a stretch, going a little bit deeper. You can do this with hands on a wall, kind of in a down dog position. Let's go ahead and bring it forwards. And we're gonna carefully come back up to standing. So I like to just come up to a plank, walk myself forwards, roll my shoulders up, back, and down, but you can do lunge position, whatever feels good for you. Let's take our right arm, give ourselves a nice good pat on the back. Add a little support here or here, but our head stays nice and neutral. If you need to stay on the floor for a little bit longer, you can just have a seat. Good, switch. Nice good pat on the back. Let's bring those arms down, shoulders down and back into our back pocket, ear to shoulder, side to side. Let's bring the head up. We're going to look to the right and then look to the left. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in the center. Big breath in. Spread the fingers, spread the toes. And exhale one more time. You are all done.